Well, hello to you all. It seems a lifetime since I've done this. It really does. But there's been a few things holding me back. When I get to camp, before I set up, I'm going to sit down, have a drink, because it's actually quite warm, and fill you in on what's been going on. Right, I'm going to have to keep the noise down a little bit. I don't know if you can hear the noises in the background. Private woodland. The landowner and his family are just the other side of the stream here. But I'm pretty well covered by the surrounding rhododendrons. I think I'll be fine. Right, well, where I've been. It's I don't know when my last camp was. End of February? Something like that? I don't know. Time seems to fly so fast when you've got a lot going on. The good news. I've been away on holiday, as some of you will know. Had quite a nice time. While I was away, Kate and I got married. So that's all good news. The bad news, why I haven't been camping. Been having a lot of trouble with my left knee, and I think it's just arthritis. It's wear and tear from years of lugging heavy weight about. And to add to that, about a month ago, I've strained or torn something in the bottom of my calf muscle in the same leg. So I was a bit like peg leg. My left leg didn't really work very well. So yeah, that has been really slowing me down. It's still not right, but it's improved quite dramatically this week since I've been to the physio, so that's good news. And the last bit of news, which, you know, some of you will know, and obviously the newer people to the channel won't. 2019, I was diagnosed with bone marrow cancer, and I had 6 months of chemo to sort of like give it a bit of a reset. It's not something they can sort of cure. I'm stuck with it. Just got to live with it, basically. I have regular blood tests, and they've all been, you know, pretty even and okay. Since about Christmas time, I've been feeling really tired, and, you know, I just wrote it off to being old. And then just a few weeks ago, well, while I was on holiday, really, not that I told Kate, I kept it quiet, didn't want to ruin the holiday. I found a lump in my neck here, which was what I found when I was first ill, and it seems to be on the way back, shall we say. I spoke to my consultant last week, and my latest blood tests, I mean, they test me for all manner of things. They take tons of blood out of me when it's blood test time. And one of the things that they test, I can't remember which one, it's far too complicated for me, but where my level has always been sort of between 3 and 5, whatever's it is. It's always been between 3 and 5 for several years now. This last blood test, it's in the low 50s. That's why I've been feeling tired. So I'm waiting for an appointment to see the specialist and see where we go from here. Maybe medication, who knows. As I say, it's not something they can fix, but it might be something that they can just make me feel a bit better. So, with the crappy news out of the way, let's get set up. Or, shall I have a beer first? some tough decisions when you go camping, you know. Can you hear them? Sounds like they're having a bloody garden party over there. Still, long as they stay over there. Bit of a dirty example. Carbon fibre pegs. I tried to go as light as possible today, hence why I've chosen this setup. Probably the lightest shelter I've got. Just needed to ease into it gently. Right, that's accommodation all set up for the night. I've just gone with the DD Dura 2, which should be fine for these temperatures. My flex tail pillow, and of course my Nemo sleep mat. Basically because it's the only decent one I've got. But I do like this setup, I really do. Nice amount of room in it. It's oh, dark screen, sorry. There you are. So all this storage where I can stick my chair. My bag can go in there. The storage room in the back of there. Yeah, it's not heavy. And it's the only shelter or tent I've ever had with these air vents that have got like the stiffening piece of plastic that's meant to pop open. They never do. This is the only tent where they open for me. With, you know, I don't have to do the whole sticking a stick in there to make it stand out properly. So yeah, Hill Zero, I really like their tents. They are a bit more pricey, not compared with some. You know, some of the high-end manufacturers charge an absolute fortune now, don't they? But it's not a budget tent, let's put it this way. But for what you get, I think this is well worth it. Looking forward to that. Right, let's stick the old fire pit together. This poor old thing, I don't know how many more camps it's going to be able to do. It's getting a bit worn now. Oh yeah, he's all getting rusty and I don't want to flex, and it's had some mammoth size fires in it, burning for hours and hours and hours, and it's yeah, just about killed it, I think. But I think it's going to cope with one more, or at least let's hope so. There's the old grill for the top, although I probably won't be using it tonight. It's just a fire. I might cook on it, don't know yet. Although I say cooking, I might be heating up things for coffee on it. Can you hear that? They're having a bloody birthday party. I hope that don't go on too long. Hooray! Now piss off home. disturbing my camping. Why couldn't they just have the birthday party at the house? They've got a big house, plenty of room for kids. No, they have to come out to the middle of the bloody woods and stand there and waffle and talk about paragliding, and next time they're going on holiday to Paraguay or whatever mindless bloody small talk they're all making. Right, now all my accommodation and stuff is all set up. Really, I need to be doing some firewood. But all the while they're that close, I don't want to make that much noise. I'm not meant to be here. So, bit of a catch-22. What time we got? Got 3 o'clock in the afternoon at the moment. I didn't check before I come out, but sundown's about 6:30 or something like that, so I've got time. There's not really a lot I can get on with else now without making too much noise and giving myself away. So, might as well just finish this, haven't I? I might even get my book out and read for a bit. Mind you, saying that, I don't know whether the camera picks it up, but they're making enough bloody noise over there. I think I could use a chainsaw and they probably wouldn't notice. Some people, why do they always have to be so loud? Come out here to get some peace and quiet. The last thing I expected was a kid's birthday party. Still, at least being kids, hopefully it won't go on too long. Let's hope. Well, seeing as I can't get on with much at the moment, I'm actually going to film a separate video while I'm here, which you'll probably see midweek, maybe the weekend, probably midweek. And it's what's in here and why I carry it all year round, as long as I've got the space. I always try and carry it. Well, it's turned a bit chilly. Wind's got up, sun's going down. Had to put my jumper on, feeling a bit fresh. So it was time for a warm drink while I'm reading my book. Oh, that's better. That's more like it. Right, back to Sherlock Holmes. Well, that's dinner on the fire. Nothing flash. It's meatballs and pasta, courtesy of the State Detective, one of his ration meals, which are very nice, especially the meatballs one. It's a favourite of mine. I'd say it's only about 6 o'clock, but yeah, I'm starting to get a bit munchy, so I thought I'll put it on now. In that mug and on the edge of the fire, it always takes a long time to come up to heat, so a bit of advanced planning. Ooh, that's warm. Stoke the old fire up a bit. It's a bit smoky though. Good stuff. You don't want to watch me eat this. I'll get back to you. Well, dinner's done and it was very nice. I've opened my second beer. I've only brought 2. I don't want to go silly. After all, if something goes wrong, I've got to get out of here. So yeah, stoked up the fire, having a beer. Just been listening to a podcast I downloaded, and yeah, I've sort of lost interest in it a little bit. So I'll have some of my beer, and I think I'll go back to my book. It's pretty dark now. Can't see a lot out there. What time are we? Yeah, about 7:15, and I think sundown's about 6:30. So yes, yeah, proper dark now. Oh, and just as it was getting dark, some bastard was letting off fireworks. What's that all about? The end of March fireworks. Christ, that do piss me off. I like firework night, but you know, November the 5th when it should be. But it seems, you know, every weekend there's firework going off somewhere. Oh well, maybe some people aren't feeling the cost of living like some of us are. Let's face it, fireworks aren't cheap now, are they? Not decent ones. Does anyone remember indoor fireworks? They're always really, really lame, and there was like tiny sparklers and a little volcano thing that just like spewed stuff out. I remember them as a kid. They were really crap now. When I think about it. Indoor fireworks. Whatever happened to them? Right, last coffee of the evening. It's not late, it's about 9 o'clockish, but it's turning very chilly with that wind. I just checked the weather and they've updated, and it's going to be down to 3 degrees tonight, which wasn't what was forecast earlier when I packed, of course. So I think the poncho line is going to come into play tonight for a bit of extra insulation. I like that DD Dura2 bag. It's a nice design, and you know, got some great features and all that with it. But I just don't find it warm enough. Not for me. It's a definite sort of like summer bag, really, for me anyway. So I'll finish this off and then get into bed. Might do a bit more reading because I'm right near the end of my book. You can see it's winding up to the final conclusion, so yeah, I might finish that while I'm in bed before I go to sleep. I'll see you later when I'm settling down. Well, I'm all wrapped up nice and snug. Gonna read for a little bit longer, then get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. And it is. Just listen to that bird song. I haven't heard the morning chorus like that in a long time. Full on. Lovely. The only thing is, it's early. It's really early. 20 past 5. Well, 20 past 6 because the clocks have just changed overnight, but 20 past 5 according to my body and according to my watch. Not the longest of sleeps. I was woken up by it was about 11, half 11. When I went to bed, it was cold or chilly because it was windy. Well, that wind just kept increasing. And about 11:30ish, thereabouts, I think it was, I got woken up by, you know, branches and trees coming down and stuff. It was bloody rough. And I laid there awake listening to it for quite some time, and just after midnight I even considered packing up and leaving. It was pretty nasty. But then when I thought about it, I thought, well, it's going to be just as bloody dangerous walking out when it's like that as what it is just being hunkered down where I am. So I stay put. So not a lot of sleep. 4 or 5 hours, something like that. But never mind. Once I've had a coffee, I'll feel better. That's me all packed up. Nice big dry circle where I was there. It was a little bit wet overnight. Everything's back in the bag. Considerably lighter because, of course, food's been eaten, beer's been drunk, water's been used. I had a little bit of surplus which I poured out. I don't need it. It's only a short walk back. The only thing that doesn't go in there is my tripod because it is a bit of a big bugger. But yeah, that's us all tidy. It's time to head out through that way. Well, I've really enjoyed this camp, apart from the lack of sleep. It's a very short night, but never mind. It wasn't disastrous. First one back for considerable length of time. Maybe that was a factor as well. You know, I was out of routine, out of practice. But yeah, it's still been a good experience. Thank you for watching. I apologise if it's a bit long and waffly because I didn't actually do much. I just did a lot of chatting to the camera, which is often the case when I do a solo because I get bored. It's as simple as that. I'm too much of a chatty bastard. That's why it suits me better to camp with others. Right, bag on, head to the car. I'll see you soon.